favorite saint? I usually speak about the gospel readings, but today I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention St. Michael the Archangel, as we heard in the first reading, and is my favorite saint. Michael is depicted in art, statues, plaques, and medals. I think one of the most famous paintings of St. Michael is called Vanquishing Satan, painted by Raphael in 1518. In the painting, Satan appears to be hiding behind a ravine. The ground is smoldering. St. Michael, wings spread, carrying a spear with his sword at his side, has his foot on Satan. The best part of this painting is the calmness in Michael's facial expression. I have a reproduction of this painting in my hallway. In fact, it is one of the reasons that Terry and I picked our current house. I like to imagine that when my time is done on this earth, St. Michael will choose me to accompany him into battle to defend God's people against the wickedness and snares of the devil. St. Paul describes the moment when the mighty archangel will sound with the sound of God's trumpet, marking the end of time, which seems to be filled with a sense of foreboding. Meanwhile, Jesus speaks of the day when the Son of Man will return in glory to gather his chosen ones into his kingdom. So how much time do we have left? The truth is, none of us can know for sure, but when our final day arrives, it's unlikely we'll be able to negotiate for more time. That's why each year, as Advent approaches, the Church presents us with images of the world's end. The sun will grow dark, the stars will fall from the sky. While these visions might not offer comfort, they serve an important purpose. They remind us that an end is inevitable. The end to the world, yes, but more immediately, the end of our own lives. Which is why it's important for us to reflect on it, not to scare us, but to inspire us, not to dictate how we should die, but to teach us how to live. Maybe life takes on new clarity when it's viewed from that end. It becomes easier to see what truly matters. Most of us invest an enormous amount of time and energy in things that truly don't matter. We worry over issues that won't make a difference in the long run. We spend hours, sometimes days, on matters that in the grand scheme are insignificant. Many people around the world pour their time and energy dwelling on their hurts, holding grudges against those who wronged them, whether it was last month or 20 years ago. When they stand before the King on the final day, how will they look back on the time and energy spent? Will they say, "I'm so glad I invested so much of my life in resentment and anger"? We are all caught up in our agendas, our schedules, in the things we think we need to accomplish, making money, shopping, building our resumes. But when we take our final breath, will any of that truly matter? Will we look back and say, "I'm so grateful I spent all that time in the office," or that I have all this money? Or what a great decision it was to spend all my free time in front of a screen on social media? Those actions are not necessarily bad, but are those the things that will bring us peace and fulfillment in our final moments? That is what today's gospel is all about. It challenges us to ask, what are the important questions? Not that one seems pressing, not the ones that seem pressing today, but the ones that will matter when we stand before God on the last day. I believe there are only three questions that will truly matter as we face eternity. And all three questions are about love. Did I let love into my heart? Did I give love to others? Did I choose love even when it was hard? Was I able to see beauty in the world around me and recognize the goodness in people within it? Was I able to appreciate and respond to those who loved me? In the midst of all the wrong of the world, was I able to find a place where I could laugh, give thanks, and know that I was blessed? And when I found joy, did I take time to savor it and celebrate it? Did I let love in? Did I use the time and talents entrusted me to share love with others? Can I recognize some piece of goodness in my child, in my spouse, in my friend, and I was able to help nurture? Can I point to a family member or even a stranger who is better off because I was part of their life? Is the world in some way wiser, healthier, or better just because I lived in it? Did I give love away? Was I able to forgive those who hurt me? Did I choose to stand with what was good, even when I knew it might not lead to success? Did I choose to respect others, even when I felt they didn't deserve it? Did I work for peace and harmony, even when revenge and violence seemed more tempting? This is the question, perhaps more than all others, that will bring us peace and satisfaction on the last day. Did I choose love when it was difficult? Many of us spend so much time on the things that ultimately don't matter, but in the end, I think there are only three questions. If we can answer these three questions with sincerity, we can close our eyes and with satisfaction, and we can also have the confidence that we have found a helpful path to eternity. It's why it's crucial to begin answering and living these questions. My prayer for us today is that we are inspired to use the time that we have to truly live and love during our journey to eternal life.